Hi, and welcome to Kissy's Tarot Readings. Today's reading is the week ahead. I know you missed this so much. I'm really sorry. I've been really busy with crazy stuff, and in some instances didn't even have an opportunity to get online because it was down for like a week. But I'm back. I'm here, and I'm here to give you your weekly week ahead reading. So, as usual, we're using generals here to do the reading, along with clarifying cards. So, we're going to go over the general feeling of the week ahead, the general energy that it will embody, and then we will go ahead and move into each day as it comes, what it might entail for you. Or what energy it might have. And this doesn't apply to everybody because, not everybody pulls on this energy. Not everybody has the same energy wavelength as others during the week. So this is only for those who are feeling this, who will feel this energy most strongly. So, general energy of the week. We have the Nine of Swords. So when you see nines are wisdom. And here, there's a lack of wisdom. So maybe you're not using the wisdom that you have to get through the week, even though you should. When you have swords, 9 is cruelty. So maybe you're not being kind this week ahead. Maybe you're feeling a bit angry about something or upset about something, or the energy around you is negative, and maybe you don't use your wisdom to get through it very well. But we shall see with other clarifying cards until we shuffle and then. So, Monday is the Wheel of Fortune. So, you could be very, very fortunate and just not realize it, throughout the week. This is Monday. And Tuesday, so there's a lack of strength. So maybe you don't have enough strength to keep up with all of this good news and this stuff that's happening and the cycles that you're going through. Maybe you're going through a change and you don't have the strength to pull, or you don't think you have the strength to pull. On Wednesday, wow, what's going on here? This is a major arcana. All these are major arcana. This tells me it's out of your hands. Whatever it is that you want to do this week might not be able to be done because this cycle is going to take things right out of your hands. There's nothing you can do about it. It's in a higher power. So we have here Temperance on Wednesday, and you're going to have to draw upon you some patience. Okay? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And it will affect your house. Possibly in a negative way. This is prosperity. So maybe you don't realize prosperity. You don't realize your good fortune, and you might squander it. It might affect your home. You don't realize what you got till it's gone, kind of thing. On Friday, okay. So we have 9s again, so 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, 9 years. This is definitely going to affect something along the number 9. So 9s will prevail very strongly this week. You have here, when you have, again, 9s, you have wisdom, no wisdom in your money, definitely no wisdom in your comfort. So you don't understand, you don't see, let's tell me, Shelly. You don't see your comfort. You don't see what you have surrounding you. You don't see what's there. You don't realize, maybe you don't realize it, what's there. You're not using your wisdom to hold on to it, or you're not using your wisdom to keep it from disappearing. Saturday, we have the 6 of Swords. And again with the swords. So there's definitely going to be a lot of conflict this week. Maybe some of you know, maybe some of you don't. There's definitely going to be a form of conflict. Okay? And here, and maybe memories. Maybe something from the past comes back to haunt you. Maybe you travel, or you don't know how. Let me see. Sixes. I choose. I don't choose. Other people choose. Other people are choosing for you, for sure. It's out of your hands when it comes to travel. So you may not get to do what you want to do with travel on Saturday. Maybe you want to go do something and something is stopping you or preventing you from going. Other people are saying no. Other people are that are involved may not want to do something that you want to do on Saturday and Sunday. We have the Seven of Wands. When I think of 7, I think of go, no go. And here it's a no go again on Sunday. So whatever's happening here probably follows through into Sunday. And you have here not taking a positive path. So you're not moving in a positive direction on Sunday. For whatever reason, you're not doing that. And here it's definitely defiance. So maybe you're the one saying no to this. Maybe you're the one that decides not to do, or not to go, or not to leave. And you're doing this in a very defiant way. However, it's not a positive path. So you may want to rethink that. Okay? So let's go over these whoopsies. So the prevailing energy here for swords is 9. So let's find our swords because we're going to be in there a lot, apparently. Okay, so keywords. When reversed, victory over fear. So maybe you're fearing something this week and you're going through a cycle and you're going through change, and because tends to always change, and you don't feel you have enough strength here, or patience here, or money here, and you're definitely being defiant here in order to get through. Okay? Fear can be overcome as confidence is regenerated. Optimism triumphs over limitations now, and with renewed hope and faith, it will be possible to make a clean break with the past. Okay? Emotional repression and an inability to enjoy life may have created difficulties in the recent past or immediate present. As balance is restored, it's funny because you always think of balance when you think of temperance, balancing your energy and your giving and taking, okay? Is restored, so is the capacity for pleasure, the power of intuition, and the free flow of love and creativity that makes life worth living. Should this card, upright or reversed, indicate some future state this week coming up, you should be very wary in your interpretation. Remember, swords is a subjective suit, describes mental states, words, attitudes, opinions. All of these are subject to individual perception. So, it's up to you how you perceive what's going on this week. Okay? You may have to think about things a little. Maybe have a little patience, even though you don't want to. Whatever your attitude is, it will affect your home, your money. It is just a cycle, and as all cycles begin, they also stop and renew and change. So it's something to think about going into this week. There is a victory over your fear if you allow it to be. And certainly, you can have a wheel of fortune blow through. The wheels are turning, they're turning, and you have to interpret what way they're turning. Okay? I'm not going to read all of this because it's a lot. But in the upright position, the keywords are destiny and fortunate coincidence. So it's kind of funny because it is destined. It's something that's bound to happen. It's something that has to happen. And it's a change that you may not want or desire, but it's definitely meant to happen. Okay? So, the Wheel of Fortune brings a sparkling, expansive, and impersonal energy into your life. It invariably represents change, movement, unexpected twist of fate. You don't want to go, but you're going to have to. You're resisting it, but you have to do it. New places, new friends, surprising directions or ideas may all conspire to throw you off course, wearing a large smile on your face. Events and experiences outside your personal control, it's not in your control, as I said before, are signified. and nothing may turn out as you planned it. Whatever plans you've got for next weekend may not happen. And you may be defiant about it. You may be upset about it. Okay? But you can't let it affect anything. It's meant to happen that way. For whatever reason, it's meant to go this way. Okay? When the Wheel of Fortune describes an aspect of personality, it stands for an unsettling but exhilarating phase, when you may be bursting with creative energy. The surrounding cards will show you how this energy may be channeled into your life, or it may relate to love, career, or even a sudden change of home. See that? You may be suddenly leaving your home, okay, for whatever reason. The Wheel of Fortune alone simply means positive revolution, and often a simple, lucky break that changes your life for the better. So assess the accompanying cards carefully, for this card in itself represents energy and expansion, and these may take one or several forms. If it describes an individual, it represents someone who will expand your life, your sense of yourself, or who will benefit you in many positive ways. If a love affair is suggested, it may not last for years, but it will free both of you and your partner in some way. Any love relationship indicated by this card is a happy experience and perhaps a fated encounter. So maybe you're going to meet somebody, travel, or you're resistant to do that, but it's something that's destined to happen, whether you like it or not. Though it certainly is in your favor. So we have here strength in the reverse. Okay, strength in the reverse. Usually there's lack of strength. Sorry, find this. I'm not using my tabs. See that? See what happens when I don't use my tabs. Just strength. There we go. Okay. So it's Leo energy. Unconditional. No. Sorry. Fear of failure. That's funny. Because it talks about fears here as well. Fear of victory. Fear of failure. So you're just fearing everything. You fear change in any single way. Whether it's good or bad, you fear it. It turns you over. It flips you upside down. Okay? Right. So, strength reversed generally denotes fear, loss of hope, lack of courage. These feelings may overwhelm you personally, or they might describe a situation in your life where you and others have simply given up the fight. Fear is the culprit here, just like in here. And it's the prevailing feeling of the week, okay? But strength, even in a reverse position, is telling you that you can overcome fear, like it says here, and indeed any enemy to your well-being. Progress and happiness are still possible, but you may have to fight quite a battle to win them. And that's what all these swords are about. You know? That's what it's all about. It's trying to let you know you have enough weapons in your arsenal to overcome. Okay? Maybe your willpower will help you. Here we have temperance. Temp. Just trying to find my tab. There we go. So, here we have it in the reverse, and it is imbalance and restlessness. So maybe all this energy up in here, this change is making you feel restless. Okay? Imbalance and disharmony are affecting you, your life, or your relationships at this time. So it's all about you this week. It's all about you and how you feel and how your attitude is towards all of this change. Okay? Traditionally, temperance reverse signifies quarrels, yeah, of course, competition with others, and a restless atmosphere. There's also warning against trying to do too much. If you're scattering your energies in too many different directions, you will achieve very little in the end. The presence of the Seven of Cups would underline this particular meaning, or perhaps the Five of Wands. Is not the right time to make any important decisions, for it is impossible to see any situation clearly at the moment. Imbalance in personal relationships is sometimes denoted. You or your partner may be feeling restless and frustrated and unable to devote time or energy to your relationship. There could be sudden arguments or a great deal of suppressed tension between you. Look for ways to restore harmony, because temperance does not indicate insoluble problems, merely a temporary incompatibility. So I may see some change coming up, something that comes in and knocks you for a loop, knocks you upside down, and you're thinking too hard about the situation, and maybe you just need to just stop and find balance in it. Okay. You have here the Four of Wands. Okay, so fours are I realize, I don't realize. Here, you're not realizing your prosperity. Okay, you're not realizing what you got, and it's causing a whole lot of trouble on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's something you'll want to look out for. Maybe you need at this point to sit there and stop and think about things a little harder before you make your next step, so that this doesn't have to happen, or so that this is lessened in some way. Okay, so here, delayed benefits. So maybe you got some benefits up in here, but they're being delayed, and they're being delayed mostly because you're not realizing what you got. So positive qualities of the Four of Wands remain even in the reverse position. All the good things promised in its upright position are still possible, although you should expect some delays, especially when inquired about property deals. Delays require patience, however. Okay? Need patience. Without it, this card suggests anxiety, nervous tension, yet restlessness. Restless state of mind. Since successes were cast, it would be more productive to relax and play the waiting game. The other meaning is a break or gap in the working life. It may be unplanned, such as a redundancy, or represent a brief period of unemployment. Since this is an active card, it denotes a busy time after a short delay. So, in all of this change coming up in here, in this change of cycle, you're going to have patience, okay? And you are feeling restless, but you're going to have patience and strength, okay, in this matter. You're going to have to maybe play a waiting game and hold on for something better. So now we go back here to, okay. So here we have the nines, all right, again, here and here, all right. So in the reverse position, you have temporary loss. Again, it's speaking about something temporary. It's a cycle. It's temporary. It's not going to last forever. Illegal earnings. So maybe there's an unemployment gap, and you do something to make money on the side until this comes back together again. Okay. When the Nine of Pentacles is reversed, it symbolizes insecurity, material loss, lack of resources. Generally, these affect established business ventures, property deals, again with the property deals, home improvements, expansive practical plans of every type. As the end of a cycle, however, this must be interpreted as a temporary phase requiring changes. You have to make these changes. You don't want to. You don't want to make a move, but you're going to have to if you want this to be a better outcome. Okay? You're going to have to think about some things and then make a move. Cut out the dead wood, salvage whatever is viable, and plan for the future. The other meaning of this card is illegal earnings, undeclared income, cash sums that are unaccounted for, or creative accounting. This card's position and the supporting cards should be analyzed carefully before selecting a precise interpretation. And again, I can't make a precise interpretation, but it does look like maybe there's something here that comes upon you, some kind of cycle change or unknown fortune, and you need to, maybe you'll be battling for it. Somebody may be battling for this fortune, and it will affect the home. It will definitely affect the home. Okay, so you need to move carefully through this week when it comes to money, when it comes to the changes that are before you, when it comes to battles. Choose your battles carefully. Don't just pick battles with everybody. Think about where you want to win, and that's where you're going to want to focus on. Okay, so you have the Six of Swords, and we're going to take the swords again. Okay, and this is Saturday, where we have it in the reverse, where it says relief and tenacity. Alright, circumstances continue to present challenges, battles loom ahead, and great tenacity is required for one last push. failure is unlikely. And again, it said here, you know, lack of, I think it was here, lack of, this was, fear of victory and fear of, I believe fear of loss here, but it's unlikely, okay? There may even be a temporary peace to look forward to, but the immediate present and future are tough. Yet overcoming these obstacles is entirely possible, and solutions may be suggested by the surrounding cards. It is important not to abandon hope or lose faith that this time you can win through and snatch a shining victory from the jaws of defeat, because that's what this week is all about. This week is all about not fearing that victory. You know, you shouldn't be fearing what you can accomplish. Right? So we have 7 of Wands. That should be here. Right. 7 of Wands is in the reverse, and this is Sunday. Loss through fear. Again, there's so much fear going on this week in these changes that are coming up, but you need to let it go. You need to let all of that fear go. When reversed, the 7 of Wands warns against fear and hesitation. It's telling you to go and do what you need to do, but you don't want to do it, okay? These emotions often appear disguised as a provisional attitude towards life, again, with the attitude here. When I can afford it, when I have the time, when I get married, when I get divorced, and so on. The reversed 7 of Wands reminds us that this imaginary time may never come. And it is fear which is really holding us back. This whole week is about fear, okay? Loss of opportunity, waste of talent, refusal to explore alternatives. All these may be signified here. This card advises taking action, seeking support and encouragement, and looking for paths. Again, what did we say? Taking the right path and not the wrong one, okay? Looking for paths out of the dark forest. It is time to take responsibility and to create a more interesting future for yourself. So you may not be doing that because you're so afraid of the changes that are before you. You're so afraid to make that move into that change that nothing is being done. And that's where all this battling is coming from, because someone wants you to make that change and you're not quite ready for it. Okay, so let's look into, you have to splice this one. Let's look into clarifying cards. I don't know where that came from. Interpretation. So yeah, maybe that's a key word here. Interpret things the way they should be and not the way you want them. You're maybe interpreting something as bad when it's not bad at all. Okay, so what does the divine want you to know? What does the divine want you to know? Oh my God, that's too many. One, please. One. Can we have just one? Passion. Passion isn't confined to sexual energy. Life is meant to be felt. Don't hold back. And here you are holding back. You're still holding back by next Sunday because you're afraid to do something. So it's saying don't. Live life. And again, it was talking about living life there. So live life. Just live. Don't hold back because you're afraid of these changes that are before you. They may not necessarily be bad, even though they're frightening. Okay? You shouldn't be afraid to be in the limelight. Because that's what's going to happen. Your house is going to be lit up. Hopefully not literally, but it is going to definitely be featured in some way. Something is going to happen here that changes everything. So, what's the secret? Oh, wow, that one. The Giant Rat of Sumatra. This is like supposed to be like a wild card or something in here. I think the Fool maybe. Upside down. It was this way. Alright. I haven't seen that since I first opened the thing and looked at my cards. Hold on 1 second. Okay, here. Yep, wild card. Interesting. Santa cards. There's a whole thing for this? That's how long it's been since I've seen this one. Alright, 75, that was here. 135. Alright, Okay, sorry if I'm so quiet. I'm trying to figure this out. Connect both the significant way of selecting specific cards to choose for quick answer. The card next to it is the card that gives you the answer. You can decide beforehand. So the card next to it, reverse. If you include and find it comes up next to any other card chosen for reading, that card may be read reversed, or if it's already upside down, you can turn it upright for the reading. I get it. Yeah, alright. Wow, that took a while. So, yeah. This is what you need to change. That's the secret. That's what changes everything. And this card is next to 2. These are the things that you need to change in order to make it through this week and to be on a better path here. You need to change these things. Right? You need to gather your strength. You need to gather your patience, and you need to play the waiting game and just hold out and not argue with anybody over trivial things. You know, because they really are trivial in this case. You may not think so, but they are. Okay, so I don't know if I have enough time to get both of these in. I may have to splice this just once. So, what does Source want you and need you to know about this week to get through? What do you need to know this week to get through? And these are never in the reverse, just so you know. Material harvest, and look where it falls upon. Okay, so and your home. So this is all about getting it together, keeping your home intact, not letting things affect you. Let's see. It's over here. 9. And again, a 9. I just noticed that. It's a 9 again, so 9 of Pentacles. It's telling you to reverse all of this here. It's telling you to try to do that. I may need to slice this, but we'll see. So, one of the laws of the universe is, what you sow, you reap. This card states that this is your time to reap the harvest you've worked for and so rightfully deserve. The last physical card denotes self-mastery, self-sufficiency, independence, security, and the art of enjoying what you strive for. Just live. You've done the hard work, earned the lessons along the way, and used them to prosper in all areas of your life. The number 9 also means endings. Not that good fortune necessarily stops, but do honor yourself as you finish up or celebrate the completion of projects. This would be the perfect time to look ahead and use the wisdom, use the wisdom, okay, you've gained to think about what else you want to achieve. Consider smart investments, ponder ideas that show profitable potential. Congratulations on your success. You've earned it, and I gotta splice it right here. Okay, so it's saying here that all this change will lead to good fortune. It's a cycle of change for the better, but you're not interpreting it that way. You're interpreting it as a change, and change scares you, so you don't want to move forward. You don't want to change. But it's actually quite good for you to change at this time. And as long as you don't resist it and defy it like you want to here, as long as you don't do that, you will have the success you've been looking for. It will come. It'll be there. So, one last card. I think I would have gotten these all in one straight reading if Rat of Sumatra had not come up. Because that was difficult for me. I've actually never gotten that in a reading. I've only seen it in the deck and never used it as well. They've got a different, like, it's this Sherlock Holmes thing. It has a different a way you can use this in a reading to make a reading, like a whole different kind of reading. Maybe we'll try that. Maybe we'll try that someday soon. So here you have something you should focus on, something like a mantra, something you need to know, something that Source wants you to focus on and concentrate on to get through this week. Faith. And did speak about faith. Okay. I have faith that I can manifest the wealth and prosperity that I desire. You have to have faith that you deserve these things. You have to have faith in your passions. You have to have faith in yourself. Okay? So have faith that you can manifest the wealth and prosperity you desire, and it will come to you. And don't be afraid when it comes, because it's going to come with a lot of eyeballs on you. It's going to come with a lot of people saying, So you're gonna be afraid of that, but don't be. It's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, you've earned it. You deserve it. You deserve all of the good cycle, and you know, as long as you have that fear in this week, it will keep you back from getting your harvest, from getting your what you desire, what you deserve. Okay, so don't let that fear affect you. Turn it around. Turn it all around. That's what it's telling you to do. Is just let it go and turn it around. Don't be afraid. Okay. I love you very, very much. Kisses. This was the week ahead. I'll be doing the other one later. Love you. Bye-bye.